Troy is a 30-year-old stunningly handsome man. He works two jobs to take care of his family. His wife Thandie is a stunningly beautiful woman, with baby smooth, dark chocolate skin and beautiful piercing eyes. She is a stay-at-home wife. The two don't have a child yet. They are still saving some money. At work, Troy puts his best foot forward. He works hard and late into the night. Thandie understands his job, makes sure he eats well, and has time to rest. By day, he is an accounts officer at a bustling firm, and by night he answers endless calls at a call center, his voice calm, even when his body screams for rest. At home, Thandie waits. 28, radiant, her beauty seemed sculpted from midnight silk. Her skin glowed with a velvet sheen, and her laughter was the melody that made Troy forget how heavy the world could feel. She didn't work outside the home, but her love worked in silence. Hot meals, clean shirts, kisses before dawn, and soft whispers at night. They had dreams, a child, a home of their own, but for now, they were saving. Every cent mattered. Then one Saturday became the day that changed everything. Troy collapsed at work, a panicked call, sirens, hospital lights, machines beeping a song of life or death. The diagnosis was cruel, a condition requiring immediate surgery. The cost was staggering. Thandie emptied every coin from their savings jar, but it wasn't enough. Panic clawed at her chest. There was only one person she could think of: Chad, Troy's best friend. Chad, the charming Englishman who worked with Troy, had always been a little too friendly. He'd joke, "If Troy ever kicks the bucket, I'm marrying that goddess of his." Troy would laugh, never imagining betrayal could wear a smile. Chad secretly admired Troy's wife, Thandie. He thought she was the most beautiful woman he had ever met. He loved her smooth, dark chocolate velvet skin and youthful look. Her face glowed even without makeup. When Thandie called, Chad's heart skipped with forbidden delight. "Of course I'll help," he said. "Meet me at the Hilton Hotel at 9 p.m. Chad took this as an opportunity to satisfy his greed. She hesitated. Why the Hilton? But desperation swallowed suspicion. She arrived in a soft lavender dress, the color clinging to her curves like twilight mist. Chad's eyes devoured her. Dinner was a blur. She explained the situation, her voice trembling. She begged him to help her so that she could save her husband. Then he made his offer. $50,000, he said, his tone calm, his eyes hungry. No strings attached, just one night with you. It was like being slapped in the soul. She stared at him in disbelief. Her throat burned with unshed tears. This was Troy's best friend. "Sleep on it," he said, handing her a room key. "Same time tomorrow. If not, the offer's gone." That night was tormenting. She tossed, turned. Her conscience and love battled in the dark. She was not brought up that way. How could she betray Troy to save him? None of this made sense. The next morning, the call came. If we don't operate today, we could lose him. The walls closed in. Tears rolled silently as she called Chad and said, "I'll do it. I accept the proposal." Chad was already waiting when she arrived. His smile was a sick crescent moon of victory. That night passed in a blur of shame and silence. She cried in the shower until the water turned cold. But the next morning, she paid the hospital bill. The surgery happened, and Troy lived. When he was discharged, he held her hand tightly. "We made it," he whispered. She only smiled, burying guilt beneath a lie. "I borrowed from my mom's cooperative," she said. Weeks passed. Then joy bloomed. Thandie was pregnant. Troy's eyes lit with uncontainable joy. He painted the nursery, folded baby clothes, and kissed her belly every night. "I can't wait to meet the baby," he'd say. But fate still held a cruel hand. The night of the birth was calm. At midnight, the baby arrived. A hush fell in the room. The nurses gasped. The doctor hesitated. When Troy walked in and took the bundled child, the world tilted beneath him. Blue eyes, pale skin, auburn fuzz. The baby was white. His fingers trembled. He almost dropped the child in shock. Pain exploded in his chest like a cracked rib. Back home, silence turned to storms. I did it for you, Thandie cried. I saved your life. What do you mean you did it for me? You enjoyed a night of passion for me? Do I look like a joke to you? Who is the father of the baby? He asked, voice breaking. Chad. The name was venom. Troy had been betrayed by the two most important people in his life. The divorce was swift. Troy couldn't look at the child, couldn't sleep in the same house. His heart, once full of hope, was now a hollow thing echoing with betrayal. And Thandie? She was left with the child she bore for love, and the man she lost because of it. You be the judge. Was it fair that Thandie was divorced for saving Troy, the man she loved?